This was me after an hour and a half of me being awake, y'all. I did not feel good at all. My head was pounding, and it was like right there, and then like all around, and then in my eyes, behind my eyes and things. My eyes actually hurt when I move them, and then I show you that I have to wear sunglasses because of the pain. And then I show you how puffy everything is. Look at this. I don't know what's wrong. Johnny thinks I have a sinus, like a sinus infection with hay fever. I'm so swollen and unable to open my eyes wide. It's just so bad, you know? It's starting to get a little bit better after I had some tea cheese, but I still have quite a bit of pain. And I don't know if my eyes will be able to open wide enough for me to wear my glasses today so I can see, but I guess we'll find out, you know, as the day goes on. But I now give you an update on what's going on with me. So here's the update, y'all. All right, y'all, so I'm going to tell you what's going on. Is that on my eye? Is that a reflection? It's a reflection, okay. All right, so apparently I have some kind of allergy infection. My eyes are super puffy. I don't know. I can't tell. I've never had hay fever before, but my eyes won't open wider than this.
And usually this happens when I have a migraine, and I currently have one right here and behind my eyes. But my eyes will not open further than this. I've tried all day. And when I try, it hurts right up in here, and it's pounding like crazy. And actually, I feel kind of like pain here too. A bit in this area. You know? I don't exactly have a fever. I don't know why they call it hay fever. But I do have pain right here in my sinuses. Yeah, it's probably a sinus infection. Yeah, I got some pain under here too when I press harder. So I have a sinus infection. And it's causing like a huge migraine. So I did not get up this morning. I've been up for 4 hours. I woke up at like 10. At 10, I woke up. And at first I didn't feel any pain or anything like that. I had my water, and then I was like trying to wake up, you know, like I usually do. I scrolled on Facebook and Pinterest and whatnot. And then, but my nose has been really stuffed. I should have known something was coming. Nose has been really stuffed, and I can't breathe at night. Anyway, then once I was sitting up in the bed scrolling on Facebook, I noticed my eyes felt like they were still like tired, you know, like squinty. And I was like, oh no, am I gonna get a migraine? And then like a little while later, I started feeling it across here, and I'm like, yep, migraine. So I put my sunglasses on and I started riding it out. I called Johnny, and he said, I'm on my way home because I finished early today. I got 8 hours. I'm like, that's good. I said, good, then you can help me because I don't know what's wrong. My face is swollen. So he's like, okay. So he gets home, and I'm like, once you bring me 3 of the tea cheese, I'll show you my face. So brought me 3 TGs upstairs. Took my sunglasses off. He's like, oh my God, you're all puffy. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, do you have itchy eyes? No. He's like, what about nose? I'm like, yeah. Have you been sneezing? No. Coughing? Yeah. He's like, it might be hay fever. You probably have a sinus infection. And I was like, great. I've never had one before, so I wouldn't know what it feels like. But this feels terrible. Like, I can't do much. Like, I can barely see. Everything is so blurry because my eyes won't open anymore. And when I wear my glasses, I have to actively focus, you know? And it hurts to focus through my glasses, so I've just been wearing sunglasses. The ones that my baby got me. Ralph Lauren. He brought them home to me one day. I think it was 2 years ago he brought them home. And they've been helping, that's for sure. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update of what happened this morning. I am currently fighting some kind of sinus infection plus migraine. And I'm going to try to get my praying done today, even if I can't like speak during it like I usually would. Like, well, I guess I could speak during it because I don't really feel that bad speaking, but I have like this weird pain over here, moving my like tongue. I don't know. It's so strange what's going on right now. I don't understand. So I might just listen to the prayers and pray them in my mind. And yeah, so anyway, I wanted to let you guys know what was going on. I'm going to go try and do my prayers now. And I have more comments to share with you from some feminists today, which doesn't make any sense to me, guys. This is the thing. I literally do not understand logically how these people think. You're going to see. I literally ask flat out, how is me posting a comment on a Christian forum forcing anyone to adopt what I'm saying? How? Can you explain this to me? No comment. Because there's no logic to it. There is no logic to them saying, why are you forcing women to have children? I'm not forcing women to have children. I'm stating that women should have children, should get married before having children, and should raise their children themselves, not give them to daycares and things like this, or abort them, or anything like that. I'm also stating that God asks women to stay home and be the keeper of the home, married with children. Children are a blessing. In fact, God says in Psalms, I believe it's Psalms 130, I believe it is. I just read it yesterday, that children are like arrows to a man, that happy is he who has his quiver full of children. He will not be ashamed when he meets his enemies at the gates. True story. What is this? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Sorry, my sunglasses are showing me something crazy with the cracks on my screen protector. I have a lot of cracks on the screen protector, and for some reason they're like rainbow colored with these sunglasses. Anyway, sorry, I got distracted. You know what? I'm gonna go find that right now. It was a really good saying. You know, hold on. My Bible is literally right here, so I might as well just read it to you. What I read yesterday. Where is it? Here it is. Psalms 127. That was close. So, unless the Lord builds the house, those who build it labor in vain. Unless the Lord guards the city, the guard keeps watch in vain. It is in vain that you rise up early and go late to rest, eating the bread of anxious toil, for he gives sleep to his beloved. Sons are indeed a heritage from the Lord, the fruit of the womb a reward. Like arrows in the hand of a warrior are the sons of one's youth. Happy is the man who has his quiver full of them. He shall not be put to shame when he speaks with his enemies in the gates. See? Didn't I tell you? Children are a blessing. Especially boys, because they carry the family name. Boys are huge blessings. That's why in every single culture, ancient culture, all over the world, men were esteemed because they could carry the bloodline and the name of the family and the clan forward. They're very, very important. Women cannot do that. But women are important because we bear the next generations. We bear the next leaders. So that's why we are important. We have the fruit of the womb, which is our children. And it's fruit of the womb that literally is the most beautiful thing I've ever heard, because a woman is like soil, you know what I mean? And then the man plants the seed in the soil, the woman. And then she nourishes it, that seed. And then it grows and grows and grows. And then it produces a flower. And then the flower, which is the, the belly, then the flower buds. And then the baby's born. And there's the fruit. Like every single plant on the planet, you get a bud, it flowers, it blossoms, and then from that blossoming flower grows a fruit somewhere underneath it. Every single plant on the planet does that. Amazing, isn't it? Sorry guys, I went into a whole theological, philosophical poetry here with you guys over fruit of the womb. Sorry about that. Yeah, hay fever really makes me weird, doesn't it? Well, not really. I mean, it's not that weird to talk about the Bible. I talk about the Bible every day. Anyway, I'm going to go do my prayers now. I will catch you guys later. In the early evening, most likely. I'm going to try to be doing my video earlier today, considering yesterday I was up really late trying to get it done, and I didn't get to sleep until like 1:30. So I really gotta not do that again. I like going to bed at like 9:30 and then being able to get up early, you know what I mean? And tonight we're going to be going to Stations of the Cross, so I will film that again. Don't worry. I'm taking the boys later. But for now, I'm going to go do my prayers and try to alleviate some of the puffy so I can open my eyes more and possibly wear my glasses at least, because I can't see anything. Anyway, love y'all. I'll catch you guys later. And see you soon. All right, y'all. So here's a round of another bunch of ignoramuses, okay? So this guy, he commented on my comment that was on the forum of the Transformed Wife's page, as you guys know. I had told him how sorry I was about his situation. And then this Edith lady comes out of nowhere and Melanie lady comes out of nowhere and just starts rattling off on both me and this Clayton guy, okay? There is no logic to Edith at all. And even worse, there is so much hate and maliciousness from Melanie. I cannot understand how these two women thought that they were making a point at all by coming to a place of believers to tell us how happy their life is the way it is and to leave them alone. We're in our own space. What are we doing to you? We're in our own space and saying something online. How is that forcing you to do anything? Did we force you to come to this comment section and read the comments? Did we force you to read them and adopt them as your faith and practice? Where's the logic in these women? It makes absolutely no sense. And I say to Edith, if I read the newspaper and it said, the headline was, all women should work because it's best for the economy. Me reading that headline, is that forcing me to work? To go out into the workforce? Was that headline forcing me? Or was I just reading it? Explain to me the relevancy of what I'm saying and how it's forcing anyone to do anything. Crickets. Then Melanie, I tell her, you sound like one of these man-hating, lord over your husband kind of women. And she's like, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And I said to her, It ain't dumb to point out the fact that men do get abused by women and emasculated daily. And then some effeminate Ahab comes out of nowhere. Watch that. That's hilarious. I said something from Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade. Or what? No, was it the Ark of the Covenant? Wasn't it?
What?
No, which one was the one with the Holy Grail?
The Last Crusade.
Okay, so yeah, The Last Crusade, when he's looking for the Holy Grail, and then he's like, he chose poorly. I say that to the Ahab effeminate. You chose poorly. Oh man, by then I was already like in my comfort zone. So I was in a comfortable place where I was all like, I'm gonna just be very, very hilarious. You know, like, and it was hilarious. Johnny laughed so hard when I read him the comments. He's like, wow. I'm like, yeah. Oh, man. Just wait. It's so funny. I can't stand these soy boy frickin' effeminates. Frick. Like, put their tail between their legs, fucking. Sorry for cussing, but I got in the zone. They put their tail between their legs and they literally whimper. What should I do now, wife? Freaking sad. I do cuss a lot, y'all. I've been trying not to. It's one of the things I've been trying to do for Lent is not cuss. And I'm having a hard time. Considering the amount of stuff I have to deal with every day. And it's been every day now, again. I did have a 4-day period of a break where there was no dumb happening, and now there's a bunch of dumb happening again. But I guess that was bound to happen eventually. You know? But I did say I was going to share these with you. So yeah, I say to Edith because she told me to marry Clayton. I'm like, dude, I'm married with 2 children. I'm on a forum for women who believe in the Bible. I don't understand why my comment offended you if you're not a Christian. Who cares what a random person on the internet... Well, just wait for the rest of my comment. Because, you know, I have the logical question, and there is no logic to their banters at all. I don't understand. Like, it's... Oh my God, my head hurts. Just trying to... I try to dumb myself down. I try to dumb myself down to their level to understand they're stupid, and it literally hurts my head. It's impossible. Who cares what a random person says on the internet? And I said to Melanie, you have a rotten heart inside you. It's so dark and black. I am so sad to see such a wounded soul speak so degradingly to other people. And then Edith said to me, Madame, why force children on those who never want them, though? And she didn't even answer my question. But this is when I say that other thing to her, which is a logical question, and she doesn't come back and respond because what can she say? Obviously, I'm not forcing anyone to do anything. She's just being stupid. And that's the point of it. Stupidity. These people are dumb. I'm so happy I'm going to go rage on a page. Make it make sense. I said, why read something on the internet and assume it's forcing anyone to do anything? If I read something in the newspaper that said all women should work because it's best for the economy, are those words forcing me to do that? Or is it just words on a paper telling women what this person believes women should do? You know, like googly eyes, like, what the hell? What's going on here? Is there like no logic? And then Melanie says to me, I'll take my rotten heart 1,000,000 times over a pathetic incel loser like this dude. Just wait, it gets worse. Because these women are not at all nice. That's for sure. They have rotten hearts. I said, or maybe he's just an abused man who's tired of women using him and ditching him. I have seen women act abusive towards men and even emasculate them. It's sad to see you seem like one of those women who would lord over your man and not let him be a man. It's true. She sounds like that. If you read through her comments, the first thing she said to this guy, all he said was that he's had many girlfriends and they've all ended up the same, cheating on him and using him and like hurting him, right? And then she comes out and assumes it's because of his like behavior. Sometimes men don't have to do anything. I can tell you from experience. So I was engaged before I met Johnny, and I was engaged to this man who I was going to get married to. We were together for 3 years, but I treated him so bad, and it wasn't because of anything of his behavior. It was because I actually just did not love him. I thought I did, but I wasn't in love with him. So I treated him bad. I called him retard every day. I degraded him. I emasculated him. I would literally embarrass him in public spaces. I'd yell at him, scream at him. One time I kicked him in the butt in a public setting. I treated him so bad, y'all. And then he cheated on me with a man. And I wondered why. You know? Because I was a psycho and I was a dummy. And he had every right to leave me for anyone better, even if it was a man. Although that's kind of weird that he left me for a man. But anyway, true story. Women do those things for no reason at all. And that was my point. That women can treat men bad and it has nothing to do with the man. It's the woman's issue. That's just the way it goes sometimes. Women are sometimes just really bad. And this was when I was of the world, so. And he was, okay, so me and him were both witches. And he was a necromancer and I was not. Okay, so that's how far this went, okay? It was a really, really, like, messed up situation. And, yeah.
Oh yeah, look how dark it is.
Yeah.
Where are the kids?
I don't know. At the park still?
What?
I don't know. I can't call them and tell them to come home. Anyway, so we broke up. It was a very violent breakup because when I broke up with him, he was upset with me, even though he cheated on me with a man. And he ended up beating me up, almost breaking my teeth. So, yeah, that happened. That was before Johnny. Johnny is a manly man, and I love him. I love him so much. I want him to be a man. I don't try to emasculate him or degrade him or anything like that. I let him do whatever he wants, whenever he wants. Doesn't matter to me. As long as he's happy, I'm happy. And that's what happens when a woman loves a man. She will literally bend over backwards for him. And she'll learn to keep her mouth quiet and shut up. And be a better woman. Because that's what a good-hearted woman who's actually in love with a man will do. When a woman is not in love with a man, she will treat him terrible. Just terrible. It's just the way it goes. Although now, me being a Christian, I'd probably just be straight up with my ex, and I would have been like, listen, I'm not in love with you. I have love for you. There's no in love. I'm not attracted to you anymore. Let's just end this relationship and go our separate ways. That way I don't feel bad for treating you bad for 6 months while you lose your mind and rip your hair out. And I don't, end up wondering why you're cheating on me with random girls and a man. So, bye. Because that's what happened. I treated him bad. He cheated on me with a homeless woman in a bush, of all things. And then a man. Yep. Ironically, though, after we broke up and he beat me up and we broke up, he asked me to break up with the guy he was dating for him. And I did. For him. Because I felt bad for how I treated him when we were together. I drove him insane. So I helped him out. I got him out of that relationship because he did not want to be in the relationship anymore. My life before Christ was such a freaking chaotic mess. Can you tell? Anyway, so then this lady, I don't even know who she is, but she's now coming on the scene just to assume my intentions. All right? I'm like, what in the world is going on? Why are you here commenting random things? These women. And that man, which I don't know if he's coming up yet. I think he's coming up next. Really funny what I say to him, though. I had to laugh really hard what I said to him. The effeminate Ahab. I think it's the next one. I can't remember. It's one of them. Yeah. I said to him from his first comment at me, I said, and you'd be an effeminate fool. And he said, nothing wrong with masculinity or femininity. Both are part of being human. However, neither I nor my wife like macho type males. I find them oppressive and my wife finds them revolting. And I said, and there you have it, an emasculated soy boy. I like alpha males who are manly, and that doesn't make them oppressive or abusive. It makes them a man and not a girl in a man's body. And I put my palm to my face like, dear Lord in heaven. What has happened to this man? And then Anna comes back and says, blah, blah, blah about motherhood. And I'm like, that is the most miserable thing I've ever read. That is truly heartbreaking. You will never experience true fulfillment in life. Because she's like, I can say the same thing to you, that a woman is not satisfied or fulfilled in her life unless she is completely happy with herself inside and out. She has to find the fulfillment within herself and not find it in becoming a mother. I was like, what? Are you, what? What? Where, what? I didn't understand. Like, it made no sense. What? A what? And then he said, my wife dislikes alpha males with a passion. I'm like, well, you chose poorly. Oh, that was the best one, eh? You chose poorly. Me and him go back and forth one more time. Don't worry. Don't worry, guys. It's not over yet. Ahab over here really wanted to try and, like, convert me to feminism. Never gonna happen. In fact, he says something very heretical. Just wait. I believe that's the next one, the heretical thing. I can't remember. I think it's yeah. He says this. No, we've been together 32 years, married almost 29 years. She is the love of my life, and I am the love of her life. She's retired now, but has a MED degree, taught elementary school 10 years old. She taught elementary school 10 years, in sales for 30 years, and then was a property manager for 12 years. She's an ordained deacon in the ecumenical Catholic Communion as well. She's very feminine. Her priorities are clothes, hair, makeup, purses, jewelry, and nails. Yeah, she sounds like a real feminine. Wow. This is what I said, though. I said, I'm sorry, but there is no such thing as female deacons in the Catholic Church. That is not possible. Pope Francis made it clear that ordained ministry is for men only. Jesus never made women leaders, only 12 men apostles. And the Bible speaks of the leaders of the church being male with one wife, not a woman with one husband. Women are to be silent in the churches, 1 Corinthians 14:34 through 35, and 1 Timothy 2:12. Women are supposed to be keepers of the home, Titus 2:5, and stay home teaching younger women, Titus 2:3 through 5. You are not a man of God. Your wife is not a woman of God. You're both living contrary to his living word. You're not pleasing to God. He is disappointed in you both. You're supposed to be living his word out in the way he spoke it. Just wait. Where was I? The way he spoke it. You're twisting the marriage roles and gender roles. That is traditions of the world. And James 4:4 says what that means to God. May God cause you both to repent and you come to the full knowledge of the truth. Because they both need to repent for that very, very heretical nonsense. That was heresy and a whole lot of vomit. Like, wow. Way to deny the Bible and throw out all of the apostolic tradition. Then Anna said this, the thing that I said, right? You have to find your own fulfillment in life. You have to find it within yourself and not just have it within the parameters of being a mother. Love you. I said, what makes you think a woman chooses to breed because they have no fulfillment in themselves? Did you know that having children has nothing to do with my personal desires for status or prestige in my life? It was because I love my husband and I wanted to give him children. To create life is a beautiful blessing. Feeling them grow and move inside you is a miracle. The fulfillment of love between two people is children. Just wait, I continue. Without children, there is no completeness of love between two married people. It's truly sad you think that the only way to be happy is to find it within yourself. Happiness comes from Jesus. There is no other way. You may claim you're happy or that you're fulfilled with an empty home. However, why do you come here to comment to me your complaint of my opinion? What does it matter what I think or say if you're happy with your life and in yourself? Which is my basic question to all these fools who come out and comment at me complaining about what I'm saying. If you're happy and you're doing the right thing for you, what does it matter what a random person on the internet says? Tell me what I'm saying that has any bearing in your life. It's just words on the internet. Now, this person's been sharing a lot of like Hamas propaganda videos from Gaza, trying to get sympathy for people to like hate on America and Israel for striking Hamas and the Houthis. But I literally shoot this down quickly with logic and truth, because there needs to be some very good clarifications happening here. Don't just share random videos because somebody else shared it and you thought it was sad. You should know the truth of the matter and actually research what's really going on and not just believe one side because, you're seeing more of that than anything else. Well, too bad. It's not the truth. I said it is disturbing to see. It's even more disturbing knowing that everyone was warned to leave certain areas and Hamas did not let them leave. They use them as human shields all the time. What's even more disturbing is the fact that a mother, a 2-year-old boy, and a 9-month-old infant was brutally murdered by Hamas, all because they were Jewish. The 19-month-old was strangled to death with hands. And then they were placed in a hole and they tossed grenades into the hole to blow up the bodies in an effort to hide their crimes. It's all disturbing. Hamas needs to be eliminated, eradicated, annihilated, erased, no matter what. And that is my stance. I bless Israel, and I pray for the peace of Israel, always and forever. Amen. All right, y'all. So I'm going to have to say goodnight now. We're going to bed. I'm going to be waking up to do breakfast in the morning. I haven't for the last couple of days because I wasn't feeling well. But I'm hoping I get enough sleep tonight that I feel okay tomorrow. So I'm going to do breakfast tomorrow and lunch. So I'll see y'all at 6 a.m. And tomorrow night is family confession, so we're going to family confession tomorrow night. And then Sunday I'm first reader, so I have to be there Sunday. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Good night, sleep tight, see y'all in the morning. Later for now. God bless. Good night.